Welcome back, everyone. This is Frank Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar. So this is the Retevis Walkie Talkie speaker mic IP54 waterproof 2-pin shoulder speaker, and this one is for the Baofeng, like the UV5R. I want to use it so that I can use it on my QRP's QMX transceiver. Now it won't work plugging in on here. You have to like cut it and redo it. But this is the unboxing of the Retevis, just to see what you get. So we're going to cut this, see what we got. Okay. All right. One of the things about the QMX transceiver, if you're interested in getting one of these, you have to get all the other accessories. The mic, the power, what else? And then also the speaker. It doesn't have a built-in speaker at all. Okay, so this is the model HK006, and I'll put it on, I'll put it as a link on this video on the bottom where the description is. This one was on sale. It was about $8, which is relatively inexpensive. And packaged very nicely. Very nicely, actually. Pretty big. One of the things about these, this radio is that everything, you know, when people take it, you know, everything is tiny and small. This is not tiny. Actually, this is bigger than my VX6 mic. Kind of. See that? Okay. Oh, okay, this is nice and long. I like that. And definitely, wouldn't it be great if this would fit? I know it fits, it'll fit like this, but this is not the right configuration. Pretty sure it's not. And look, it blocks the power. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not. Or else people would be like, buy this. Yeah. I'm not sure which pin is what. And this looks like a 3.5. That one doesn't. I think that's a smaller one. Too bad. Okay. People do cut this off, which I will. I'm looking at this more closely. Okay. Let's see. It has a clip, which is nice. And I guess you can open this. Maybe you can open this and look at the wires coming through. Yeah, there's another thing here. Maybe we'll open it up. Okay, we'll see. Let's see. Should we? Would this open it up for us? Yeah, it will. Okay. We'll find out in a minute. We'll see if it'll open it up. So we can turn this up. Nice and sturdy. I like this. And when you click on it, it makes some noise. That might be annoying for some people. Okay. Well, not a feature that it has. All right. So it's not that bad in length. I'm just curious to see what's inside, because this microphone really is for experimentation. It's to see if I can, I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. Rewire it so that I can use this mic and speaker at the same time, just like the VX6. Although I'm really liking the putting on a headphone on this and just, me just listening to it. But if I want to do, let's say, a photo activation and film it, this would be a nice way of doing it. Oh, see, yeah, it comes out very easily. Very nice. Okay. Okay, and here's the button. Comes out pretty straightforward. Okay. There's a gasket there. And here's the circuitry. I'm sure if we follow the leads, so you don't have to open it, you can look over here. And I can sort of see it. I'm sure I can see it, but let me look. The blue one says M+. The red one is ground, okay? The green one is PTT. And the black one is speaker. So you're probably going to need to split the ground. And I'm not sure. Oh, M+ must be the power, right? Or something. And over here, oh, it has different colors. Okay. So, yeah, speaker negative, it says right there. And then there's a speaker plus. I don't know why. Okay. Let's, you might as well see what's under the hood. Let's see if we can do that. Sometimes you have the wrong screwdriver, and then you strip the screws, and then you're not in a good position. Now, I would have not have done this unscrewing if this was like $20, $30, $40, $50. Because it was less than $10. I'm able to afford if I break this or not. Be a good learning experience. And then you don't have to break yours. Would have been nice, whoever I saw this in Facebook. I think they used this particular speaker, mic. Would have been nice for them to tell us. But you would have thought green for grounds, right? There it is, carefully. So here's the mic. These are two separate lines. That makes sound. So you can't change that, I don't think. Oh, that must be the microphone, right? Okay. So these two are soldered. And then you can see that the wires, let's see. I don't have anything to point at here. You can see there's the wires right there. Hard to see, right? I know. So these are the wires that go inside. Okay. Interesting. And they go in here, and I don't know. I'm not sure what that M+ is supposed to mean. And in here, There's a little tiny hole right here, and that's where the mic goes, I guess. Interesting. Now it's all held together here. Some capacitors, some resistors, capacitors, and we'll see if I can put that together. All right, so these two wires are for the speakers, so I don't need to deal with that. So what I'm going to try to do is put this back together. Now you can buy it and you can sort of see. Now, will the wires always be in the same sequence? That I don't know. You would think so. Why would they put the green as a PTT? Well, that's their thing, right? But at least you can take this apart. That's a good thing. Okay. Okay. Putting on these screws, you don't want to screw this too hard, or else you might strip the screw head. That's one thing I've learned when I was a little kid. You feel like, oh, I'm going to tighten it hard so it won't go anywhere. Yeah, and then you strip it. Then you can't get it back. Okay, that looks like it stays there. And then this, I think, you go like this and like that, I think. Something like that. Oh, it has these lips here. Maybe that's why. Hold down here. Okay. Everything needs to align itself. Kind of blind on this side. Let's do it on this way. Okay. That lays flat. I know that. And then this one, maybe hold it here. You'll figure it out, of course. And there we go. The trick is here, finding that groove at the end, and everything snaps in nicely. Okay. Well, one thing though, let me snap this out again. Ah, careful, careful. Okay. It's this one that I want to snap out. One of them comes off, right? We just did it. Mm-hmm. What I want to do is take a picture so I won't forget. I should have done that before, but I didn't. All right, hold on here. Okay. M plus, ground, PTT, SP. Okay. All right, let's do this again. We'll take this piece off and we'll smooth this back in. There we go, see? And then we'll take this. There's these pins here. Stabilize it right there. Okay. And you can hold it like this. And then this tip needs to go all the way in the end. And then everything else slides in nicely. See? Snaps in nicely. Okay. Now let's screw this in. I have a feeling, I'm sure it won't work because of this small, this right here, this is 3.5. That's that, was it 2.5? It's a different size. It might have worked, but it won't. Okay. Not too bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, we figured out the color, and now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably, so this is the unboxing, okay, of the Retevis, which is the model is HK006. But what I'm probably going to do is probably going to do a video on how to, maybe cut this, figure out the leads so that we can place two of these 3.5 millimeter jacks to it. Now, some of you might think, didn't you have another microphone? I did, this one. This is the G7 UFO mic, which is really nice. Very portable. Took me about a week and a half to get this from the UK. There's nothing wrong with this, except some people have suggested when speaking, kind of tinny, a lot of treble, not some bass, which some people think is good for USB. SSB, USB. But if I had this might make it a little bit better, right? In terms of maybe the range of my voice and sounding a little different. We're going to definitely find out. Again, more options for me. It's possible that I'm going to need to solder this. I might use this. But I do have a nice soldering gun to do it. Okay, I hope that was something that is useful. And please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. We're reaching 10,000 subscribers. Thank you everyone for supporting this channel. Thank you for the super thanks as well. And I hope you have a great week. This is Frank Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar. All right, bye-bye.